Hey guys, it's me, Impudence Gaming. Oh yeah, don't mind the name change. I felt like I had to revamp the channel due to the fact that it was dying faster than Planet Namek. But let's get to actually what we're here about. We're here to talk about the crowd control queen, Nova herself. But before we actually get into the video, I'm gonna need you guys to show some love to that like and subscribe button, or else I heard James Charles is under your bed and he gonna show you some love tonight. Anyway, let's get into the video. Let's go. Alright guys, so before I get into depth with Nova's abilities, I'm going to attempt to the best of my abilities to explain a little bit about her and then her abilities. I know that was confusing. Nova is a very fragile frame and can die very easily with the tap of any heavy gun or barrel. It just doesn't matter. But she does a lot of damage, which is a plus, I guess. If you don't die, that is, but we're not talking about here to die. But with her kit, she can slow down enemies with her ultimate, speed them up, nuke maps, lag a game, not so much more. So, yeah, it's basically all of Nova's kits. She's a very fragile frame, but when you get used to her, it'll all turn out great. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get into the simulacrum so we can test out this bad boy. I meant bad girl, yeah. Alright, before we get into her abilities, let's talk about her sad sorry excuse of the passive. Basically, whenever Nova is knocked down, she emits a neutron burst which knocks down and does damage to enemies in a 6-meter radius, doing 250 blast damage. It basically just does nothing. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Nova's first ability, Null Stars. Kids, I want you to flip to page 182, strap your seatbelts in because it's going to be a long ride. Enjoy. Null Stars create antimatter particles that orbit Nova and seeks out nearby enemy targets. Each Null Star gives a 5% damage reduction on health and just likes to stack up to 90% and gives a tiny bit of overshield. Null Stars have an infinite duration until it finds a target to smack, dealing 150 slash damage. So in other words, it's just a bunch of space balls that float around Nova like a Rick and Morty Browser special and kills enemies or just makes you take less damage. You would more often than not want them to not hit enemies and float around you for more damage reduction. Except for that one heavy gunner. He's still going to look at you and want to erase your entire health bar and eradicate you off of the United States Census. Nova's second ability, Antimatter Drop. It's basically like her Null Stars, but instead of a bunch of mini balls, it's just a gigantic ball, which pairs really well with her fourth ability to nuke maps. Nothing more, nothing less. But unfortunately, the heavy gunner that's stuck to your ass like glue probably won't disappear. You can shoot the ball, and they can do more damage when it comes to contact with something and explodes. No homo. Dealing 200 radiation damage in a 15-mile radius. Now time for my least favorite and by far the worst of Nova's abilities. Her third ability. Let's go. Third ability. Wormhole. She teleports. Nova's fourth ability. It's arguably one of the most strongest abilities in her whole entire kit. Beware. It's very multiplayer friendly, but it is a double-edged sword to Nova herself. With Molecular Prime, you can slow down or speed up enemies, depending on how you mod Nova. But slowing down can increase survivability, and the slow is at a default of 30% and caps out at 75%. Problem is, speed Nova, you have to get negative strength. You can finish the mission faster, but it'll increase enemy fire rate and enemy speed, making that one heavy gunner turn your ass into a donut straight out of Dunkin's. Side note. Antimatter Drop works very well with Nova Speed, Molecular Prime, nuking the map, and making you have a war with your friends. But unfortunately, that one heavy gunner that's been following you throughout this whole entire guide will most likely still be breathing, and which is never good. So we should all simultaneously go to our arsenals, take out our Kuvazars, and shoot this bitch so we can all go home peacefully until this dead homies that you killed about 5 seconds earlier come out of the grave to eat that ass. The end. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit sidetracked with my hatred, filled with all these heavy gunners who is eating my ass currently, as you can see. Now, here's my impromptu Nova builds. So it's kind of hard for me to explain what I wanted to do for this build, but Rifle Imp is meant to charge my antimatter drop faster. The build was meant for strength and duration, but I increased a little bit of range for Breach Surge, and I also have the augmentation mod so I can get more Null Stars and keep my Null Stars activated. Cunning Drift is meant for the extra range because in my opinion Breach Surge matters a little bit more than just overall teleport, but you can keep Wormhole if you feel like it. Now a lot is meant for this build. This is my Speedva build. This is meant for enemies to just roam around faster, increase damage. I have a lot of quality of life things such as Rage, Flow, and Vitality because Nova just needs it. Everything about her kit is just overall weak. Power Donation and Overextended are to minus strength, so I can able to get that extra negative strength to increase enemy speed, which is negative 60% currently. There is no cap for speed. I forgot to mention that, but you could always increase that. And Croatian Drift is just to increase efficiency. There's not really much about to say about this build. It's specifically meant for Breach Surge. Overextended is there to minus the strength, but keep it at a solid 75% slow anyway. I took off Vitality because you usually stay alive with Slova anyway because no enemy can really get you. Streamline is there to increase efficiency. Rifle Lamp is meant for the same reason as the other one. A Blind Rage is there to add strength so you don't have to have low slowness. Alright guys, so wrapped up this video in an epic fashion. Nova is a cool frame, but these damn heavy gunners never cease to fuck off. Other than that, she's great. If you guys were to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below if you guys liked my new name change. 1 like equals 1 heavy gunner slaughtered with my bare hands. Thank you guys for watching all this video, and I'm going to be posting a lot more regularly. This is Impudence Gaming, signing off.